Let's get to the scheduled program. Welcome, hip hop fam. This is the Lost Element brought to you by Hippie, where we hear from the real defenders of the culture. Yo, what's good, LA? We're back with another episode of the Lost Element on KQBH 101.5 FM. You know, today we got another real defender of the culture here in the studio. Y'all probably seen him up on walls, trains, shoot scribes. But without further ado, how we do it here on this show? What you write, my boy?
What up, what's good? My name is Arose from MFG Crew.
That's right, man. You know, like, to get started on this show, I always ask everyone, bro, like just let the people know, like, where you grew up and how you got into graph.
For sure. Well, I was born in Inglewood, raised in Lenox. You know, west of LA. Fucking how I got into graph. My brother used to do it, my older brother. And yeah, man, I kind of just like picked it up from there and shit. And then started like, you know, like catching little tags and like hitting shit up in the hood. And the homie, he wrote Wasted at the time from SG Dub. That put me up on game and shit, like took me under his wing and was like, oh, like I fuck with you, you know what I mean? Like, I like that you're doing graffiti. He was older, a little bit older, a couple years older. Yeah, man, rest in peace to him, Stock 45, you know, shout out to him from MFG Crew. That fool fucking really, like, he was the first one, besides my brother, to be like, hey, fool, that shit's cool, what you're doing, you know what I mean? Like, yeah. Keep doing that shit.
Man, that's right, bro. So you were saying, like, you know, your brother and then a couple homies, like, they kind of showed you the ropes. Like, would you say, like, they inspired you? Or was it, like, once they seen you doing it, they're like, oh, let me teach you the ways of graph?
Yeah, like, I say a little bit of both. Yeah, an inspiration. And then, like, being able to channel from that and be, like, accepted in a way, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Man, that's right. So, you know, from there, you know, do you remember, like, that first tag, piece, or bomb you hit up? And, like, what was it like? Like, how'd it come out, that first one?
Shit, man. Well, the first time, it was cool. Like, it was, like, you got that adrenaline rush, you know what I mean? I feel like back then, like, doing graffiti was so much, like, sketchier than it is now, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like in today's age, it's like, people do not give a fuck. But back then, you had to be, like, on your P's and Q's, on your toes and shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah, most definitely, man. What's up?
He's on here?
Yep. It's all good. We got another special guest in here. All right, next one I got for you, bro, is, you know, with your name and, like, what you write, like, how did you come up with that? And, like, was there other names before that? And what does the name mean to you?
Well, yeah, man, like, I used to write, man, I had a couple names, but I feel like for the most part, it was all more inspired by, like, music and shit, because I love music.
Okay,
you know what I mean?
that's
so
right.
It's like my first name was, like, Shook, you know, like, Shook Ones, like, Mob Deep.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, fuck, that shit sounds pretty cool, you know? And then after that, I was writing a set, like, SE, but couple times, like, hitting that shit up, like, I guess that's the crew, like, out in the harbor area and shit, you know, and I didn't even know.
Yeah.
And, you know, they were like, hey, bro, you know, it's either, like, you change your name or you figure it out from there. So I added an H to it.
Yeah.
And then after that, I was, like, jamming out to Puts, you know, People Under the Stairs, you know, the hip-hop fucking... And they have a song, San Francisco Nights.
Yeah.
Sick-ass fucking song. And in one of the parts, he's like, something about rice-a-roni, and I'm like, rice? Like, alright, well, I'm totally opposite of that shit. Like, I'm dark as fuck, you know what I mean? So it's like, rice, I'm like, A-Ross, it's the irony behind it.
Yeah.
I was like, alright, for sure. So it was like A-Ross from there on and shit.
Okay.
And yeah.
That's right, man. Dang, so that's the story behind the name, how you got into it. You know, but, like, was there a moment when when like you realized like, okay, this isn't just a phase of my life, like I want to be a writer? Like was there anything that just clicked, or did it just gradually come?
Nah, man, like I always stuck to it, you know what I mean? Like I always, it never went away, you know what I mean? First and foremost, like I'm a father, you know, I got 5 kids, I got 2 baby mamas, I'm working on my 3rd one right now. But first and foremost, you know, and handle my responsibilities. And yeah, I took a break, but I would always doodle, always fucking sketching in my black book, you know, like just doing fucking graph. Like I can't stop, bro.
Yeah, most definitely, man. I want to ask you, because you brought up like the black books and doodling, bro. Like, you know, like seeing your work, you got a dope style. Like I see you incorporate like characters sometimes. But when I asked, like, did your style come naturally, or like was it a lot of like studying and working on the letters and color schemes?
Shit, well, man, I really like, I grew up like looking up to fucking like all the MSK cats, you know what I mean? Like the A.Rs and shit, like Retina, Reyes, fucking Saber, Revolt, all those cats, you know, Augur. And I feel like they really put a fucking, they push the limits of graph and shit, you know?
Yeah.
And I was like, man, I want to be like that. Like I want to fucking drop some fire ass shit in some hot spots, like not a bomb or a throw, but like pieces and shit, you know what I mean? Like full on, full color pieces, characters and everything, and like spots that are like hot and that people wouldn't want to do it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
You always gotta like go all the way if you're gonna do something, you know? Don't half-ass it.
Yeah, most definitely, man. So like with like hitting those like hot spots, but like, you know, like flexing on them at the same time, like do you go with like a sketch in mind, or is it like all freestyle?
I'd say it's like something that's already I've been doing, you know, that I got unlocked, that I know I can flex and just do that shit quick because I've been doing it for so long, you know what I mean?
Yeah. For sure, bro. I want to ask you too, man, like with like being a writer, do you ever feel like pressure to evolve your style, or do you focus on just staying consistent?
Yeah, man, all day. Like I'm trying to grow, bro. Like honestly, like you asked me like 5 years from now, where do I see myself? Like I'm trying to fucking do murals and fucking do fucking shit like that, you know, complicated shit. Not really just stay stagnant, you know, because I feel like life is just about that. Like for me personally, like you gotta grow, you gotta learn, and you gotta keep evolving your style, you know what I mean?
Yeah, most definitely. You know, with evolving your style, like what would you say like influences your style the most?
Well, I just think it's my thought to like I said, like if you're gonna do something, bro, go all out, go big or go home, dog. Like don't half-ass it. That mindset is what keeps me pushing and keeps me wanting to do better and learn shit or try new shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, most definitely, man. You know, earlier you brought up like from MFG Crew. You know, for those that don't know out there, all of our listeners, like what do those 3 letters stand for?
So it's made for glory, mob full of goons, murdering fake gangsters, mobbing freeway gateways, making fat girls come. That's my favorite one. But like there's a bunch, you feel me? Like yeah. I can keep going.
That's right, man. I want to ask, like, how'd you start writing with MFG?
Shit, well, my boys right here, my camaradas right here, yours and Spike, like, I've known these cats for like decades plus. And the funny thing about it is, like, we used to fucking mob and paint back in the day, but we weren't in the same crew. But I just back them up, you know, because they're cool peeps, and I'd even help them fucking fill in crew bombs at that, you know?
Yeah.
So, you know, they would always tell me, like, what's up with the crew? And I'd be like, dang, like, you know, I was doing my family thing at the time, you know? I was, like, trying to get my bread straight, you know, trying to focus on my career and get all that figured out till I can start, like, really be out there fucking around, you know what I mean? Because you know, graph is cool, but there's so many consequences to it, dog. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, most definitely, man. You know, from there, like after once you start being from the crew, like after that, like in graffiti, like I always hear people say, like it's like a sport, it's competitive, you know. And for being from a crew like MFG, which you see everywhere, like do you feel like they push you to like go harder or like evolve your style more?
Yeah, of course. I mean, like, fuck. Shit, I'm still trying to catch up with fucking, you know, OG Exam, you know, Sever, the homie Spike. Like, these fools have never stopped. You know, they just fucking killed it and killed it and killed it. So I feel like I'm still trying to catch up.
Yeah, most definitely, man. All right, y'all. We're gonna hit a little commercial break. We're gonna listen to some music. After that, we'll get right back into this interview. You know, we got some nice underground tracks for you. We got boys out of Texas. We got Michael, Ren the Third, and we also got some local boys out here. We got El Cadejo by Tacit. You guys are listening to Lost Element on KQBH 101.5 FM. Community service of the Boyle Heights Arts Conservatory, broadcasting live on your FM dial and streaming on KQBHLA.com. Yo, we're back. Y'all listening to Lost Element on KQBH 101.5 FM, a community service of the Boyle Heights Arts Conservatory, broadcasting live on your FM dial and streaming on KQBHLA.com. You know, we're gonna jump right back into this interview, man. So, first question I got for you, bro, is how would you describe the LA graffiti scene?
Shit. I mean, it's really changed. You know, like I was saying, how back then, you really had to be on your toes out here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nowadays, it's like, you know, the cops ain't really tripping. Probably still get pressed by the gangs, but like, I feel like it's a lot easier today than it was like a long time ago, like fucking 15 years back.
No, yeah, I get you, man. Like, that's what I've been hearing a lot lately from people is that, you know, like nowadays, like a cop will pass by and like give you a compliment or tell you like you need a cut right there, you know?
For real.
Like they'll just pull up and be like, hey man, I think you need to cut that right there at the corner.
Seriously, yeah.
You know, like you brought up like how it was like 15 years ago, bro. Like I want to ask, like stories you could share. Like, do you have any crazy or funny stories that you could share with the people?
Man, yeah, of course. I mean, shoot, I remember being on this rooftop and being shot at by the security guard and shit because he was tripping out. He was like thinking that we're trying to like, you know, do like steal or do something bad. But
yeah,
I was with the homegirl Ayer at the time, and we were on that rooftop, and we just heard a shot ring out, and I was like, hey yo, like we're just up here doing graph, like, you know, chill out. And yeah, man, that was pretty crazy. Another one would be like we were hitting a billboard, me and the homie. I had parked at a Chick-fil-A, and we're doing our thing, and I turn around and like I see like a car getting towed, and I'm like, damn, that sucks, man. Like, poor guy, you know?
Yeah.
And then I turned back around, like I did a double take, and I'm like, wait, that's my car. What the hell, man? I was like off that rooftop like so quick, and I was trying to like catch up to the tow truck guy, so at least like I can get a drop charge versus like paying the whole tow and everything.
Yeah.
But I didn't make it, and yeah, I had to go to the tow yard. I ended up paying like $600.
Dang.
Yeah, I got done up.
Dang, man, that sucks, bro.
Yeah.
But
part of the game though, you know what I mean?
Even dang, $600, but how'd that spot rock? Like, how'd it look after?
Oh well, the homie finished it. You know what I mean? Props to the homie Semi from the crew. That's like the youngest fool in the crew, and he be putting it down, and he finished it. You know, like he holds his own.
Yeah.
So with that being said, it was like it rocked for a minute. You know what I mean?
That's right, man. Something I want to ask you, bro, is like because you said now like how it is with cops, like do you feel like graffiti is more respected now, or do you think it's like still misunderstood?
I think it'll always be misunderstood, because it's like one of those underground things, like
Yeah.
like skating, like the punk scene, like all those things, like all those, they're just always misunderstood. Like people can't really understand it. They're like, oh, why are you guys tagging, like vandalizing? And they don't understand it, but that's part of the process. Like it goes from that to like actual like art and murals where people will be like, oh, now I respect it. But like at that point it's like, I think it'll always be like just misunderstood, man. Like they can't understand or grapple with the fact of, in graph, like you gotta get up and you gotta do those things, you know what I mean? It's part of the game.
Yeah, most definitely, bro. With that being said, bro, like I want to ask you, like, why do you do graph?
Man, well, I love it, dude. Like, shit, who doesn't like to see their name on a billboard, man? Like, come on now. Like, in corporate America, like, why is it okay for them to put these things in your face? Like, buy this, buy that, fucking cigarettes, fucking sex, like, all that shit sells, bro. But I want to throw my shit up on a billboard and I'm a vandal, like, I'm fucking shit up.
Yeah.
Like, nah, bro. I don't think that's cool, but that's why I do graph, because I love it. I love the process. I love the game. Like, I love seeing my name up and shit.
Yeah, most definitely, man. Like going off of that, like with these like these ads you see, I want to ask like what's your opinion like with the commercialization of graffiti? Like those same companies using graffiti or being in the video games, and they're not paying the actual artists, just the commercialization of the culture.
Well, that's whack, dude. Like that it makes me sick. Like, that's not cool. I think these people worked hard to be where they're at, so they can just come and profit off of it. It's not right. Therefore, you have the backlashes where like these companies are getting like, catching fat tags on their windows, or like just strictly going for that company, that's doing stuff like that. And I love that. I'm like, hell yeah, they deserve that, because how are they just gonna come take people's work and not pay them for it? You know what I mean? They work so hard.
Yeah, for sure, man. I want to ask too, like, with like graffiti, it's kind of like the writers, like a superhero in a sense, Ken Clark in the day and then Superman on a mission.
Yeah.
So like I want to ask, like, has graffiti shaped the way you see yourself outside of the graph world?
Nah, because being a business owner, it's like I definitely have to like have these personas where I'm like professional, and I gotta approach somebody in a professional manner and not let like my upbringing or my culture, that or what I like to do, kind of affect it at all. So I do really feel that like that balance in between, like, being a professional person from this time to that time, and at night I'm like fucking shit up, you know what I mean? I'm just like doing graph and like doing some ratchet stuff,
Yeah. I want to ask you too, bro, like with social media, it's the biggest thing these days, from little kids to grandmas and grandpas, but I want to ask, like, what's your take on social media's impact on graffiti?
Well, I think it's cool, man, like, because it just allows you to network. Like, honestly, like, you meet new people, and you get to kind of like expand your reach. Like, I've been places that I never thought that I would have been, because of graffiti, and it was all through like social media, you know what I mean? Like, and if it wasn't for that, then I probably wouldn't have. Or it's kind of hard to go somewhere and not know what you're gonna get into. You know, you kind of want to know what's up. At least me, because you know, here in Cali, like in LA, like we're good. Maybe a little bit more up north, we're good too. But once you start going to different states and different cities, it's like, you know, the laws are different, you know, like you might get pressed, you know, so it's like you gotta know where you're going and what you're doing. And because of social media, then I think yeah, it's cool, man. Like I think you can tell like who's really about it and who's faking the funk, right? Like right off the bat.
For sure. You know, like you brought up like going different cities, like through graffiti. Like, have you ever traveled to go paint? Like opportunities like that?
Yeah, man. I mean, I was recently in Seattle.
Oh, dope.
Yeah, and up there, bro. Shit, man, that thing's crazy out there, bro. It's like a whole different world, man.
Yeah.
But it's ragged up. It's fucking towel tagged up. I mean, it's part of it's. I felt in my element, you know.
Yeah.
Plus, I had like a good person guiding me around, you know, so it was cool. Got some spots in. They don't have the paint like all caged up like they do over here.
Oh, for real?
It's just like go ahead, bro. Like, bro. Hey, I'm just saying, you know.
No, that's what's up, man. With Seattle, like, you know, like LA, like you drive down every street, like every street is grilled, like yards, like you gotta get there early, right when they arrive. Like, was it more open, like in Seattle compared to here?
I mean, like, I feel like everywhere you go, there's a ghetto, you know?
Yeah.
But over there, it was just like crack houses, bro. Like a whole section of just like some crazy, like real, like gritty stuff, bro.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn, like. So yeah, and obviously around that, you know, you have all the graph, and it's like all open game, and it's pretty chill. But there is cops out there, like they're on it, you know.
Oh,
they're on it. It's not like in LA. They're not gonna tell you like, hey, dog, clean it up. Nah.
Man. Next one I got for you, bro, is like with graffiti, starting out in New York and hip hop. I want to ask you, like, you personally, like, do you still see graffiti tied to hip hop?
Yeah, it's one of the elements, you know what I mean? So it's like MCing, breaking, graffiti. It's all part of the same culture, the same thing that we all stand for.
Yeah, most definitely. I want to ask you this too, like, cause you know, like back when you go through the graffiti history books, you know, like when it was like on the news, like they were trying to say like it was just a fad or it would die off. So with that being said, like, do you think graffiti is just an addiction, art, or is it a lifestyle?
I mean, it can be whatever you want it to be. You can make it your lifestyle. You can make it an addiction. It's just really the way you see it, you know. Personally, for me, shit, I guess you can say I'm addicted, man, because it's like I can't stop. As much as when I wasn't doing it, as much as I was, like, I was still doodling. I was still like sketching something out. Like I was just, I couldn't stop doing it. As much as I wanted to, it was just like,
yeah, like sketching, doodling, like with that, like I want to ask, like, is graffiti, is it art or is it vandalism?
Well, there's levels to it. There's levels to it, man. Like, honestly, I mean, if you're out bombing, you know, like, it's vandalism at that, you know, because you are really like putting wear and tear and whatever you're doing. Like, it costs money to like fix all that or whatever. But then at the same time, it's like we're giving those people jobs at that, you know. So it's really like yin and yang. Like, you can have this without having that. It's hard once it becomes like muraling. Once, like, once it's the people are like, oh, you know, those are like, you're dropping characters, you're doing like portraits and stuff like that, you know, like, then it's art. But I mean, I just think there's levels to it, you know, and where you see yourself and all that. But I think you gotta be well-rounded, you know. You gotta be able to do it all. You gotta be able to tag, bomb, piece, and just keep evolving. Like, you can't stay stagnant. Like, I see people do throw-ups everywhere and like shit like that. Like, that's cool, but like, for me personally, that would get kind of boring. It's like, I'd be like more quality over quantity.
Yeah.
Because it's just, I don't know. It's too stagnant for me. Like, I want to do more. You know, do a little bit better. Anybody can drop throw-ups everywhere, bro. Like, it's really easy, honestly.
Yeah. For sure, man. Like, with like developing your style, like something like I noticed with your pieces, like sometimes you like to incorporate like characters in there. Like, when you do characters, like, is there any specific characters you like to go to, or is it just like whatever matches the piece?
Yeah, I just think it's very random, you know. It's like what I'm feeling at the time, but I think it's very like I said, like, I love music. It's really based off that, you know, like the Kiss logo, you know. I had my piece and I used the Kiss logo, the tongue, you know, as my O. And I was like feeling that, and just stuff like that. Like, I think music kind of like helps me out. I did something with like the Gorillas. One of the characters dropped it on the side, but it was still based off, you know, music and shit.
Yeah.
So it's like, there's other ideas too, but you know, you need time. You know, you need time for all that stuff too. It takes time to be dropping characters and stuff like that.
Yeah, for sure. You know, with Graph, man, I want to ask, like, what's the biggest lesson graffiti has taught you about life?
The biggest lesson? Well, it's like, I can compare it to like skateboarding. You know, like, you try and do that trick, and you try and try new things, and like, you fail, you fall, like, but you always get back up, you know?
Yeah.
I think with Graph is the same. Like, I've been caught before, like a long time ago, not recently, thank God, but and I've been through some stuff with it, like crazy stuff, but I just kept going for it, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't let that stop me. And I think that's a real good lesson to have, you know. Like, no matter what, like, you always gotta pick yourself back up and get to it.
Yeah, most definitely, man. You know, like, earlier in the interview, you were bringing up like legends you looked up to, like, from the MFG Crew. So I want to ask you, like, when you think about your name in like the next 10, 20 years, like, what do you want people to remember?
Honestly, like screw the Graph. Like, I just want people to remember, like, who I was, like, my heart and how I treated you. You can remember my Graph, that's cool, but like, I don't want to leave a legacy of like, oh, this fool was a dick, or like, oh, this fool thought he was a shit, yada yada yada. Like, nah, man, like, my homies know me, like, I got a big heart, you know.
Yeah.
Not only for them, but just for anybody, you know what I mean? Like, I don't have no ill will with people. And for the same reason, it was like kind of hard for me to get into a crew, because it's like, I don't want the beef, because I have kids, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to be out in the street and get pressed with my kids. Like, that's whack, bro. Like, that really is, you know. And like, no disrespect, like, people live the way they live, but like, for me, like, I don't want my kids to see that. Predominantly too, because they're girls.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, nah, bro. But if you want that, like, it's all good. Like, we're gonna handle that. But like, I just think the person I am and my character, it's like, I don't really have beef with anybody, and I can go anywhere that I want to go, you know what I mean, without like looking down or having my tail tucked in between my fucking legs and shit.
Yeah, for sure, bro. All right, man, this next segment of the show is called the quick hitters, bro. First one I got for you, man, is your favorite brand of spray paint.
I'm gonna go with Loop.
Loop. Okay.
Yeah, they just have like the stock on the Loop, especially like for my line work, it just works hand in hand. Like I need those fine lines, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay, Loop with the stock cap on the Loop.
Yeah.
Okay, that's right. Next one I got for you, man, is a spray paint or rollers.
Woo, that's a hard one, man. That's really hard for me because like I say, and I've said it again, and I'll say it again. Go big or go home. You can't go big with spray paint unless you got it like that. You know what I mean? You're balling. You can get a bunch of Mad Max, fucking Maximos. You know, good for you. But if I'm gonna go big, I'm gonna hit a roller. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna go as big as I can. And these guys hate me for it. They'll be like, "Why are you going so big?" And I'm like, "Why not, bro?" They're like, "Do you have enough roller paint?" I'm like, "Don't trip, dude. I'll just piss in it, dog. Don't worry about it. We should be all right."
All right, that's right. Next one I got for you, bro. You brought up music quite a bit in the interview, so I'm gonna ask you, bro, like off the top of your head, top 5 favorite musicians.
Woo. All right, MF Doom.
Okay.
MF Doom, man. That guy's just on some other stuff, man. So many personas and just kills it and all, you know?
Yeah.
MF Doom, Big L.
Okay.
Go with Big L. Gangstar.
Okay.
Kendrick Lamar. Cause shout out to him, you know what I mean, for the city. Cause I know like those 3 are all like East Coast stuff, but it's like it was gritty when they were going at it, you know what I mean? Like the real hip hop. Atmosphere.
Okay.
You know, Slug and Ant. Yeah. Those guys kill it.
That's a good list right there, man. Next one I got for you, bro, is best local food spot out here in LA.
Sheesh. I'm gonna have to go with the best. That's crazy. I love tacos. You know what I mean? I think we all do. It's a basic. it's a basic thing, but like the way you prepare it can add so much flavor to it. So it's gonna be Taco Los Poblanos.
Oh,
yeah.
Fire.
Yeah, they fucking grill their meat. You know what I mean? Right there in the mesquite, the charcoal grill and shit. Like it's pretty fire, man. Like TJ style with the guacamole and all that, bro.
I did not agree with it either.
Nah, it's a fat taco.
Yeah.
It's a fat taco. Took the.
That's right, man. All right, bro. Last one I got for you, bro, is a piece of advice for a youngster out there who's thinking of jumping in this game of grab.
Get your money up, bro. Get your life up, man. Like, cause graph is cool, but like graph, I feel like unless you're like doing some crazy stuff and like getting paid to do it, then that's cool. You know what I mean? Like, focus all the energy on it. But like at the end of the day, like you want to have somewhere to live. You know what I mean? You want to have a house. You want to have a nice car. You want to do good for yourself. Like work on yourself, get your career going, think about a plan to make money, and you can still do graph on the side. You know, like it can never stop. But I would say like focus on yourself. You know what I mean? Like get your bread up and yeah, bro. Like that's the way I see it. You know, and if you're just gonna start to do it too, you gotta. You can't just go out there and just start bombing. Like, you know, your stuff's gonna look kind of whack, bro. Like, honestly. So I'd say just, you know, hit the black books. Like, draw. You're gonna get better, and then just start, you know, like putting it on the wall after that. That way at least it's cool, or like you're working on it, you know? Because I know I can tell you personally, I spent a lot of time drawing, bro. Like all throughout middle school, through high school, like I was always just sketching. I didn't stop. I remember like 10th grade, I had and I won't forget, I had a math teacher, Mr. Hendricks, and he was like, hey man, like I told you so many times to like stop and focus, but at this point, like this is what you want to do. So how about you do my name, like piece my name out, like super sick, like, you know, I see you be getting down, like, and I'll pass you. I'll give you a name for the class.
Oh,
and
no.
I said, bet.
That's hard.
Bet, dog. And I got down, bro. Boom, like, you know, like landscape. You know, I think it was like this, 2 papers together and shit. And I was like, here you go. And he was like, all right, bro, for sure. Like, you got it. I got you. And I mean, just stuff like that, bro. Like, I didn't stop. You know what I mean? But it always started sketching. You know what I mean? I always started sketching, and then like later, like releasing that into the wall. It's a very big difference and a different process. But it's just like everything. Like, practice makes improvement. You know, not perfect, because shit, you know, we ain't perfect. Nobody's perfect. You know, it just makes improvement till you get there.
That's right, man. All right, bro. Big respects for coming through, man. You know, dropping game, telling us stories. You know, but before we sign off, bro, like, you got any shout outs you want to give?
I've been waiting, and I felt like a bad guest, because the first thing I wanted to tell you is like, shout out to you, bro. Like, I really fuck with you. You know what I mean? Like,
I appreciate that,
what
bro.
you're doing for the culture, what you're doing for like the city. Like, it's cool. I respect that, dog. Like, because it takes time to do stuff like that, and time is precious. I know for a fact, like with all my work and stuff that I got to do, when I go out of the way to do something, like it's like it means a lot, because like I can be doing other shit, you know what I mean? Like, but I know what it is, you know what I mean? And shout out to you, bro. Shout out to my homies, like my crewmates, Elser, Spike-28, yours. You know, they came and supported me today. Shout out to the homegirl Ayer, a female in the graph game that's just, I think she's really good, man. Like, and she has really good art, because I feel like a lot of females nowadays, they just flaunt their bodies and they do graph and they think it's cool, like, and they're whack, you know. That's, you know, like, hey, my bad, you know, like, just because you look good don't mean I'm gonna be like, your shit's sick. I'm just very real with it, you know what I mean? Like, so like, shout out to her, you know, she's holding her own, fucking be decking out whole trains and doing her shit, you know. And it's just really good graph. What else? Man, fuck ICE, bro.
Yes,
for real. Like, fuck them, and you know, shout out to the raza. You know, the homies. You know, the Mexican people. You know, whatever, like Central Americans, like all the Hispanic, the raza. Like, shout out for y'all for still being out there and working. You know, under this pressure that we got going on. You know, I know we had like those fucking protests and everything. I wasn't there because I was working, but the homies were out there. They were, you know, doing their thing, and yeah, man, like, that shit's not cool, bro. Like, we gotta figure something out.
For real, man. Alright, bro, thank you again for this interview, man. Y'all were listening to Lost Element on KQBH, LP, Los Angeles, California, 101.5 FM.